young age, we are programmed to value higher education, and we're told that to achieve it is a dream. We're sold this dream as a key to success and the answer to all possibilities. But what we didn't know was that in accepting this dream, we'd also be accepting a colonial future and a colonial way of living. Saludos, I'm Doctora Rocio. I'm a seer, a medicine woman, and a counseling psychology PhD. And if you've been disillusioned by academia or have been hurt by your academic training, this video is here to support you. The first teaching is the hidden curriculum in academia. When we enter academia, we mostly believe that we are being academically prepared for our future, but there is also a hidden curriculum that seeks to indoctrinate you into a colonial way of being. At the same time that you are receiving an academic education, you are also receiving hidden messages, subtle but strong messages about how to be in the world, about how you need to correct yourself, how you need to acclimate to a Western world, how you also need to change yourself to fit into a Western world, or should I say to conform to a colonial world. One of the main tenets of the hidden curriculum in academia is your worth is tied to what you can produce. Hyper-productivity is encouraged in academia, and this is a function of capitalism. You're only as good as what you can produce, and the more that you produce and the more that you perform, the better that you are. In academia, you are solely evaluated by what you produce, by what you write, by what you know, and you are judged by colonial standards. These messages are subtle but strong, but begin to erode at your sense of self. You begin to lose yourself because you only see yourself as worthy as long as you are producing, as long as you are getting good grades. Because your productivity is so valued in academia, you are also encouraged to produce and achieve at all costs. What this ends up looking like is exploiting yourself. Sleepless nights, coffee so that you can stay up, not eating. These are all encouraged and even rewarded in academia. This is normalized and is just seen as par for the course. But what it is actually encouraging you to abuse your body. This abusing of your body to be able to produce is also part of the harmful and hidden curriculum in academia. If you've benefited from what I've shared today, I want to encourage you to sign up for my newsletter in the link in description. Here is where I will share weekly messages to support you on your decolonial and spiritual journey. Another part of the hidden curriculum in academia is individualism, more specifically hyper-individualism. It indoctrinates you into accepting a separation from your family, a separation from your community, a separation from the natural world. Much of the work and the projects and the education that you receive in academia is very individualized, and we are taught to view this as a positive thing. Much of the education is also at an intellectual level, which also encourages and maybe even strengthens our individualism. While we are taught to view this as a positive thing, it only encourages disembodiment and disconnection. And this is one of the key ways that we are indoctrinated into a colonial way of living, accepting that to be successful, you need to be separated from your family, that you need to be distant from your communities, and that the main priority in your life is a career that solely encourages you to be focused on yourself and to spend your time individually. I hope that you can begin to see how this disconnection from our family, from our communities, how also being encouraged to be individualized in our education serves to sever us from what is most important to us as humans, our relations with others, and also our connection to ourselves. While our minds are beautiful, intellectualizing and understanding things from the mind is only one way of knowing. Academia disconnects us from our body's somatic ways of knowing, spiritual ways of knowing. And so this disconnection and disembodiment is part of the hidden curriculum in academia. The last teaching is how to protect yourself if you do decide to pursue academia. The main thing that I want to share with you is that it's important to hold this decolonial consciousness as you enter academia, to understand that these are the ways that you may be indoctrinated so that you can protect yourself, so that you can be discerning when you do enter academia, to also not give up yourself and who you truly are, to not separate yourself from your family or your community, to nurture those relations and to understand that that support is important and is actually an important part of who you are and your life. When you understand that this is only one way of seeing the world, one way of being, you are less likely to cause harm to yourself. You are less likely to give in to this indoctrination. So to remember to keep your harmony intact, to remember to protect your body, your family, your community, your connection with the natural world and even the spiritual world, and that these are things that will also help you to be successful in life. It is my hope that from today's video, you begin to see the world differently, that you begin to see that academia isn't the only way to success, and that you also begin to honor yourself as you are, to know that you are worthy just as you are, and that your worth isn't solely tied to what you can produce.